Guys, welcome back. This is your boy Adam's Link. How you guys doing? Welcome to another video. Firstly, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching this video from. So guys, earlier today we discussed about the unfortunate incident that happened in Chrisland school that involves a 10 years old female student and other similar age students when they went on a competition in Dubai. After the whole competition, they decided to play a game called Truth or Dare, and very unfortunate incident happened while they were playing that game. Very unfortunately, most of us have seen that video. I think it's really horrible, and that's not the kind of video that we supposed to be seen on the internet, and such video is not supposed to find its way into the internet. And please stop sharing that video, because despite you are out there catching cruise, despite you just want to show other people as well, please don't get yourself into a very huge problem. Sharing such video can land you, according to Nigeria law, to 10 years imprisonment and also pay the sum of 20 million naira fine. So please, you have to know the law before sharing such videos. Well, the mother has recently given her own side of the story, about 11 minutes long video narrating her own part of the story. And meanwhile, the school has already acted by suspending the student and the girl as well. And I said suspending the student is like stigmatizing them. They shouldn't have done that. And we also saw the first person that reported this issue was Ubi Franklin. Although Ubi Franklin reported it as a very idiot case. This is not just Lagos, Nigeria, national matter. It's not just that. I think it's an international issue, and we all have a stake in it. And, social media is a really dangerous place, and equally a really good place as well. And it's about time we start scrutinizing things. We start applying sense to it, because the freedom on social media is way too much. It's way too much. And also, like I was saying, talking about Ubi Franklin was the first person to report this case. And the way he reported it is not the way the issue actually is. For those of you who have seen the video, of course, you can judge by yourself to know that the way Ubi Franklin reported it, that's not the real issue. So someone said, Ubi Franklin, you did this family strong thing, highlighting their failed parenting. This was not the case. This was come on, man. There are some words I'm going to refuse to say because of YouTube rules and regulation. This involves a minor. So there are sensitive words you must abide to. You do not just say the word anyhow. If not, you'll be dealt with. So you knew it and framed it as that to incite Twitter Nigeria and unleash mayhem against Chrisland School. Now, can we focus on the school's many faults? I have seen the Chrisland School video, and I have a lot to say. First of, the girl's parents need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with her to be sure she has not been abused by an adult family before, staff at home before that incident, because she was riding that boy. Well, we saw the video, and she acted as if it's not her first time. And also she acted as if she has been in somehow watching it before on the internet, on television, or on her phone, something like that. She acted as an adult, like the way adults will act. So how did she came about that knowledge? How did she came about knowing that? And meanwhile, the guys, the children, the little boys as well, how do they come about knowing that knowledge? It's not only about the girl. We are not about to stigmatize that girl. Both the boys. How did they come about such knowledge? And again, I want to believe the kids that traveled to Dubai to represent their school, I want to believe they are the most brilliant. They are the most brilliant kids. And that should tell you that that girl is not just someone who is kind of like wayward, doesn't know what she's doing in school. She's brilliant to be picked to go and represent their school. That should tell you that the girl knows exactly what she's doing. She's brilliant in class. She's up and doing to be picked. So I think it's just quite unfortunate this incident is just unfold. Well, the Lagos State government has closed down the school, and investigation will be carried out. And according to Lagos State government, they said the attention of the Lagos State government has been drawn to an alleged violence case involving students of Chrisland School. It is pertinent to know that all allegations are being investigated by the relevant ministry, department, and agency, including Ministry of Education, Office of Education Quality Assurance, Ministry of Youth and Social Development, Minister of Justice, and Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, with the criminal allegation have been escalated to the Commissioner of Police. In view of the allegation, we are committed to ensure that adequate medical and psychosocial support is provided. This is to reassure members of the public of the state government commitment to safety and child protection, especially in ensuring that all child-centered institutions within the state formulated and implement policy and systems that are compliant and with the executive order, and they gave the section Lagos State Safeguard and Child Protection Program. We also use this medium to remind the general public on the implication to engaging in any visual dispersion of sexual explicit conduct involving of a child commit an offense and is liable to custodial sentence of 14 years that include producing, disturbing, receiving, or processing an image of child. Well, like I've said before, you have to be careful of what you release. Be careful of what you release. Do not just go there and just release something. Wow. Be careful. Be careful out there, guys. Be careful of what you release. Do not just release anything on social media, because this issue is something they will be looking for a scapegoat. So if you fall under the scapegoat category, you'll be dealt with severely. 14 years imprisonment. So don't joke with that. Well, so there have been some other contributions from viewers as well. This person said, David, this decade, we really need to start teaching kids that social media is dangerous and can ruin their life if they go around filming and uploading everything. We were just as horny and stupid as those Chrisland kids back in the days. We just had no Instagram to upload it. It said S slept with Y was just a schoolyard rumor for people to hear and clown their parents. There were no first minutes 480p videos to prove that our indiscretion happened. So these things thankfully stayed in 2004 where they belong, instead of following us around forever as adults. So this other person, Z, said, I think people should be aware that parenting is much more than providing needs for your kids. Like how on earth will 10-year-old kid have the thought of, like I've said, I will not be mentioning some words. Sorry, because we are this involved a child, so I can't. Parents these days don't care about teaching their kids the moral value of the world or of the world, all they care about is how beautiful. Well, a lot of people have their own contribution. Well, the mother has, however, decided to speak up concerning the whole issue. In fact, she made a 11 minutes long video. So I think we should take the time to listen to her. And also, as you listen, please try as much as possible to give your own contribution and also leave your comment below. And make sure you share this video to all the platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. And let's listen to her, guys.
They begged me. Go.
My child attends Chrisland School, VGC. Okay. Good evening, mothers. Good evening to everybody, to fellow Nigerians. Please, I am making out this cry to everyone to help me out. About a month ago, I was on my way out of Lagos. So I got a call from Mrs. Azike, a head teacher from Chrisland. So she called me that she needed to see me. I said, okay, that I'll come when I return back. So 2 days after, I came to the school. When I got to the school, I met her with 2 other women in her office, and they introduced me as, one introduced herself as Mrs. Kemi. I can't remember her surname, and the other one. So that they came from Chrisland headquarters. I said, okay, is there a problem? They said no, that they just wanted me to know that my daughter, whom I left in their care, that they took to Dubai, that she had a kiss with a boy, and the boy also kissed her. So they found out that they got that kissing thing from True and Dear. So I said, okay, if it is that I will curtail, that what they wanted me to do was for me to take her phone from her, so that they won't keep practicing that. I said, okay, if it's just that I will collect, I was going to get the phone from her. So if there was any other thing, they said no. Even Mrs. Kemi told me that I should not tell my husband, that it is not everything women discuss or disclose this to their husband. So I said, oh, okay, no problem. As long as this is just kissing, and that I will caution my daughter. So I left them. Then I didn't hear anything from them again. The girl was going. I thought everything was fine. Not until after 2 to 3 weeks that we had that conversation, Mrs. Azike, the head teacher, now sent me a link that she wanted us to have a Zoom meeting by 5 p.m. I said, okay, that I was going to join them. So by the time I logged on, I did not see anybody. I had to call her that I did not see anybody online. She now said, okay, she was going to contact the rest people. I said, okay. So we had that meeting. There were many people, boards of directors, which I was even the one asking them, what is your name, sir? What can you introduce yourself? And so one particularly said that his name is Aki. So the Aki was the one, like the person leading the meeting. He began by saying, if there is no forgiveness, there won't be sin. If there is no sin, there won't be forgiveness. He was speaking in parable. At a time, I had to scratch. I said, what are you talking? What are you people discussing that you are just, He now said, no, that they just wanted to do a follow-up to ensure that I have withdrawn Julian's phone, and to check on how Julian is doing. I said, okay, Julian is fine. But he now made a comment. He said, when it happened. I said, sir, what happened? He said, Julian did not tell you. I said, no, Julian did not tell me anything. So on that, I'm sure they have the record of that Zoom meeting. So I was screaming at them. I said, tell me what? I don't understand. Julian, did anything happen? Julian said no. So I said, okay, as it is now, that I don't even know what you people are talking about. But if he extends more than this, that my husband will definitely know about. But the way you people are calling me that, I'm not comfortable with it. So at the end, we finished the meeting and we left. They didn't tell me anything. I went on my own. So the day after, a parent called me after we had that Zoom meeting the next day that please, that she needed to see me, that it is very, very urgent. So I had to go to her house. When I got to her house, she said something has been trending in Chrisland, that which I am not even aware, that she has told them that if this woman knows that she doesn't think I am aware of this incident. So the woman now called me that, look at this video, see what is trending in Chrisland, that all the parents are aware. So immediately I informed my husband, look at what is going on. So we began to call Mrs. Azike. She refused to pick her call. I called her more than 20 times. She didn't respond to the call. But later, I think she spoke with my husband and told him that she doesn't know anything if such a thing existed. So that was how we began. I even began to beat my daughter that, why would this happen? What is going on? So as we were beating her, the girl now said, Mommy, please, can I talk to you? I said, okay, what is it? She said that the Chrisland, Mrs. Azike, threatened her not to speak out. That she should not speak out. So she narrated how it happened, how they abandoned them in hotel, how the school left them, and how she got, into this thing that is happening now. So even on our behalf, they have been coming to have meeting. They've been sending delegates from their headquarters to have meeting with my daughter without my consent. I was not aware, we were not informed. So please, I am begging Nigerians to help me. Help me, because Chrisland was trying to hide this issue. Chrisland was trying to push us out of the way. And my daughter was going psychologically, insane. Please, I need help as a mother. I am begging fellow Nigerians to help me. Please, that is my cry. Please. So as a mother, and the part that Chrisland played to cover up this issue, this rape issue. Chrisland, on the day of Mother's Day, I was in school. We were all there, not knowing that they had other people, other delegates that came to interrogate my daughter. As soon as we finished that Mother's Day, I left and they took my daughter elsewhere to go and interrogate her without my consent.
Coach.
Secondly, they've been threatening my daughter that if she speaks out, that they are going to kill her. That it is a men's world. That she should keep quiet. She shouldn't disclose to me. And my daughter was dying in silence. I didn't know. Every day when she's going to school, I'll be forcing her, Julian, come out. I'll be telling her, come outside. Come outside. This child won't want to go to school. Even a teacher, Mr. Timothy, her class teacher was calling her a stupid girl, useless girl, in the midst of other children, in the midst of other students. Please help me. They took this girl, took her to go and do pregnancy test without me knowing, without the father knowing, and lied to her that they were taking her for COVID test. They took her almost 3 times for COVID test. Please, is it possible? Do they use blood sample for COVID test? Do they use urine for COVID test? And I did not know, not until this thing came up. And to crown it all, because we have started confronting them, because we have started telling them that we are aware of what has happened, they now sent her a suspension letter. After I carried my daughter, handed her over to you, and you people were begging me that she should come. We paid a lot for her to go to that trip with you. And you got there, left them uncared for. Please help me. I need help. I need help. My daughter is not okay. Please, I need help. If there is any way you people can help me, please help me. I need help, please.
All right.
Okay. So, when I was asking my daughter to explain to me what happened, my daughter said that they went out in the morning to have breakfast, and one of the boys, Kachi, begged her that she should borrow him her phone charger. So she gave Kachi the charger. Then later in the evening, I think after they had dinner in the evening, the Kachi now called her room that she should come and pick up her charger. So she went there. When she went to the place to get the charger. When she got there, they opened the door, and one of them asked her to take her charger from the toilet. That it was when she entered the toilet that they now hijacked her, told her to drink, to take a substance. So they were all under the influence of drug. So after that she did not know what she was doing again. So that was what she narrated to me, and they told her to be climbing them, and somebody stood and was videoing them and was posting it out. So